Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of Spark Plug. So in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this single cylinder piston assembly in Fusion 360. So this video will focus on developing the beginner's skill in Fusion 360. Before starting, don't forget to share and subscribe my channel and help us to grow on YouTube. So let's get started. Click on select sketch and click on any plane you want. Start by making a line. Vertical will work. Draw a line of any dimension. Now click L for line and draw one horizontal line. Go back downwards, then again inward, downwards, outwards. Repeat these steps for continuously 3 times, like I am doing. Basically this is we are making the slots for the piston. So we have 1 2 3, yeah, and go down and just join it with the vertical line you have just created. So this is how your profile will look like. Then again click on dimension D and give this profile a dimension of 40 mm. Remember, all the dimension has been assumed, and yeah, all the dimension has been assumed. The focus is just to teach you guys how to do this in Fusion 360. Now this will be 7 mm. Let me just drag this down. Yeah, press again D, make this 4 mm. This line will be of 2. Again this will be of 4 mm. Make this also 4 mm and make this also 4. This would be let me just check. Yeah, 2 mm. This would also be 2 mm. The last one would be a slight larger, 4 mm. We have 1 2, and the third slot would also be 2 mm. So this is how our profile will look like. We have one slot, the second slot, and the third slot. Once done, give the last dimension to this line as 36 mm. So once done, just click on stop sketch, go to create, go to revolve, click on this as profile and access with the vertical line you have just drawn. Go to operation, click on new component and press OK. So this is our piston started taking shape. Go to component, right click, double click and make this rename this component as piston. Rename this as piston. Now again click on sketch, just unhide the initial sketch we have just drawn. Again click on that front view, and what we have to do is again draw a vertical line from this point to this point. On this vertical line, make a point. Click on sketch and go to point, and on this very vertical line we have to make a point. So I don't know why it's not snapping. So for now just delete these lines or hide the first sketch which we have drawn. Click on point from the origin, draw line from origin, click on sketch, click on point, a point here. Click on dimension, make the dimension of the point from here as 10 mm and press enter. Now make another point P on this curve here. Again press D for dimension, give its dimension from this point as let me just select it Yeah, as 4.5 mm. Once drawn, click on the mirror command, select this point, and the mirror line would be the vertical line you have just drawn. Press OK. Now again go to sketch, go to arc, 3-point arc. Select the 3-point arc. The first point would be this, second point would be this, and the third point would be this. Once drawn, just close this figure as a rough sketch. Now you have just closed this figure. Click on stop sketch. Now once done, just hide this sketch for now. Again go to this, click on the bottom of the piston and click on create sketch. From the center, draw a circle of diameter 35.5 and press enter. No, the diameter nahi. No, it's not diameter, actually it's radius, so we have to multiply it by 2 to make it diameter. So just make it 35.5 into 2, that's equal to 71 mm. Click on stop sketch. Again we have to make a hole through it, reverse the direction, and the distance would be -50. Press enter. So we have created the piston. Now unhide the second sketch we have drawn. We have to extrude cut a profile through the bottom of this piston. Click on the extrude command, select these profile and click on symmetry and just make extrude cut through this profile. Now the next step is to make a hole for the piston pin and the area where your connecting rod would be assembled. For that, again go to sketch, click on the front view, and on this very center line draw a circle of diameter 10 and press enter. Click D for dimensions, click on the center and the bottom profile, and the distance would be 24 mm. Again click on stop sketch, click on extrude command and make the direction symmetric and cut a hole through it. Our piston is completed. All we have to do is make a slight fillet here, look it more beautiful. Yeah, fillet of 5 would be okay, and press OK. Now the next step is to make the connecting rod. For connecting rod, again click on sketch, click the front plane and start by drawing a circle in the middle of this circle. For that, press P for project and project this entity and press OK. Now again go to circle, center circle, and click 2-point circle. From this point to this point, draw a 2-point circle so that we can get the center of this circle. Press C for circle and draw a circle of diameter 17 mm and press enter. Then you can just hide the piston from here for now, you don't have to use it. Again click on line command by pressing L and draw a vertical line of length 123 mm and press enter. Once drawn, click C for center circle and from the bottom of that line draw a circle of 46 mm diameter. Then draw a vertical line just beside that circle, and from the press D and for dimension and give the dimension from the center as 36 mm and just press enter. Now press L for line, draw a horizontal line from the center of this circle, press T for trim and trim these two lines. Then what we have to do is we have to make two tangent lines from this point of the circle. Press L for enter. From this very point draw a line over vertical parallel to the center line and up to somewhere here. Now the next step is to again press dimension D and make the dimension of this line as 25 mm. Now again we have to undo this. First of all, make this circle by clicking on the center point, right click and click on fix, so that now it could not be moved from its original position. Now rename this dimension as 25 mm. Again press L and join these two lines and press T for trim and just cut the extra line. Now again you can choose the fillet option, click on this line and this line and give it a fillet of 25 mm. Press enter. Now click on the mirror command, press on this entity, this radius you have just created and all the lines you have just created. The mirror line would be the center line again and press OK. Now the next step is to mirror these two lines again with reference to this line and press OK. Now join these two lines so that we have a closed entity. Now next step is to make a slot between these profiles. For that we have to click on sketch and go to offset. Click on the center line and offset it to a distance of 4.6. Similarly, do this to the other side also. You can mirror this line also like this. So next step is to draw a circle in the center line and the radius would be 9.2, just like so that it could be a tangent to this line. Press D for dimension, give the dimension of this circle to this as 15. Same thing would be done here. Draw a circle in the center line, joining these two lines and give the dimension of this circle from the center of this circle as 35. Now we have to trim some extra line. Press D for trim. We have to trim this line, this, and similarly here. Just delete this excess line. I have just deleted the circle by mistake. Let me just delete the projected one. We can make the circle again here. The diameter was 17. I'm sorry, the diameter was actually 10. The smaller circle was of 10 diameter. Now once the sketch is completed, you can click on stop sketch. Now just bring back the piston like this. Again we have to click on extrude command, select the faces like I am selecting, except for this hole and this slot and the slot for here, which will be the slot for the piston pin, and the direction would be symmetric, and this time the distance would be 10 mm both sides, and click on operation as new component and press OK. Now rename this component as connecting rod. Now before moving forward, go to modify, go to extrude, extrude the lower face of the command as 5 mm and press OK, join. Now again go to modify, click on fillet, select this edge, this and this one also, and give it a radius of 14 mm and press enter, so that we have a beautiful connecting rod made here. So the next step is to make the crankshaft. To do that, again click on the sketch, click on the front plane, the mid one, and press OK. Now press C for circle, but before that press P for project and project this entity onto the plane you have just created. Press C for circle, and from the midpoint of this profile draw a circle of 70 mm diameter. From this point again click the project making the projection at some point higher than this point. Draw another circle of 110 mm diameter, that's 110 mm diameter. Now right click on this circle, the first circle, and make it fixed. Now again press D for dimension, make the dimension of these two circles as 36 mm. Now you can just hide the crankshaft for now, connecting rod and piston profile for now. Now you can just delete the hide these two, delete the projected circle we have drawn initially. So delete it for now. Now press L for line, draw line 1 from this point horizontal both to left and right side of the circle. Repeat this step in the smaller circle also. Now once done, press L for line, and from this point draw a straight line cutting to the horizontal line of the bigger circle. Again press L and repeat the same step for here. Again draw a vertical line, press T for trim, and trim this excess entities that we don't need. Just follow my step and just remove the excess part that is not for our use. Now once done, click on the fillet, click on this sketch and this and this and this, and make the radius of 25 mm and press enter. Once done, on the same projection draw a circle of 45 mm diameter, and the distance from this point to this point would be 22 mm and press enter. Once done, you can just stop the sketch. Now bring back the piston and connecting rod once again, and what we have to do is we have to create an extrude of this profile. So click on this profile and extrude it up to a distance of 25, and click on new component, make it 20 mm, 20, and the next step is to click on start and click on offset plane. So offset plane would be 15 mm. It will look somewhat what it would look like this. So once done, press OK. Now again click on extrude, bring back the last sketch we have drawn, repeat the same step but on the right side this time. So for that there is two options. The better one is to click on extrude and make a profile offset. The offset distance would be 25, and that extrude distance would be just make it 30 mm, and the extrude distance would be 20, and click on join. So we have a new body here. We name this as connect crankshaft. Now we have to make a join between these two so that they can move with respect to each other. For that, we for now just hide the piston and the crankshaft connecting rod as well. Now again click on sketch, click on this face, and you can press P for project this circle, press OK, click on stop sketch. Now click on extrude it up to a distance of I need roughly distance, we don't need to give this a exact dimension. Click on symmetric, click on no, click on two-sided, and the second side would be, first of all we have to just make it on one side only. Click on one side and give it any dimension, let's say 60 mm. Click on join, and now click on two side and make a fill, press OK. Now again click on extrude, click on this profile, go all the way up to here, click on join, again two-sided, make this side somewhat like here and press OK for join. So we have a profile looks like this. Now bring back the connecting rod. What we have to do, we have to make we have done something wrong in the previous sketch we have drawn, so we have to make a correction. Actually, we have created a hole which is larger than the crankshaft we have created. So for now, just go back to the 3D environment and bring back the sketch for the crankshaft we have drawn initially. So in that, double click on this sketch so that we can edit the profile. So just hide the crankshaft for now. First of all, change this radius to 20, and the next is to press D for dimension and give the radius is 23 mm now. Make it as 35 mm and click OK. Now then all the rest are OK. Just stop this sketch. Again we have to go back to the timeline. Click find the extrude that we have used to make this profile. Select this curve also and click on join and press OK. Now we have created, just created the crankshaft, a perfect one. Nothing is wrong in this. Again let's move forward. For that, bring back the connecting rod as well as the piston. For now, click on the sketch, the center one, and press OK. This to hide the crankshaft for now. Press P to project this. Press P, select this profile and press OK. Now stop the sketch and click on extrude button. Bring back the crankshaft. We don't need the connecting rod now. So what we have to do is we have to select this, click on symmetric and extrude it till it merges with the crankshaft, and the operation would be join and press OK. Bring back the connecting rod. So we have created the full all the necessary element that is needed for the assembly of the piston cylinder. Just for now, make some necessary fillets to look your thing a little bit more beautiful. So give this profile a fillet of say 20 mm and press OK. Again, do the same thing with all the faces. 5, and repeat the same step for the connecting rod also. Once done, what we have to do is the last thing we have to make is the piston pin. So for that, again click on the sketch, click on the center one, click P for project, project is circle, and press OK. Click on stop sketch, again click on extrude, select this, the distance would be symmetric, and extrude it just like this up to a distance of 45, and the operation would be new component and press OK. Rename this component as piston pin and press OK. Now again, just like before, do some necessary fillets to look this more beautiful. Now we need now the only thing left is to assemble these parts so that it can move according to each other. So revert back to their own initial position for now, and let's start by making assembly. So for now, just hide the piston, connecting rod, and piston pin. Start by assembling the crankshaft. We need to rotate a crankshaft according to this axis. So for that, we need a particular component that will act as a stationary grounded component for the assembly. So for that, click on create a sketch, click on this plane, draw a circle from the center of any dimension, and click on sketch, stop sketch. Extrude this profile and click on new component. We don't have to rename this component, just right click on this and make it grounded. Now you can move this, but you cannot move this component. Revert back to the initial position. Now what we have to do is click on join command, select this circle and this circle, and make the relation as revolute. Once done, press OK. Now we can rotate this component with respect to this body. So just hide this body, and you can see we can rotate this component according to its axis. Revert back to initial position. Bring back the next component, connecting rod. So for that, again repeat the same step. Let me just measure the distance between two faces. It's 30 mm. Okay, so for that, again click on joint, click on this face, circle, and repeat the same with this, and just like before, create a revolutionary join between them and press OK. Now you can see that we can move this as well as this on this axis. Revert back again. Now we have to make the piston assembled together to this connecting rod. For that, again click on join command, select the face of this and draw, click on the middle point, press Ctrl, click on the middle point of this. Now you can see again we need to make the revolute joint like before, but make sure the piston is placed in the middle of your profile. So for that move it to the left side to a distance of 37 and press OK. Now the assembly is completed. Only one thing is to, as you can see, when we try to make this it has no particular direction to move along. So we need to define the direction of the piston to move across a vertical profile. For that, revert back to the initial position. Again, click on sketch, click on top of the piston and draw a circle from the center point of the piston of any dimension and stop the sketch. Just click on extrude, just extrude it, click on new component and press OK. Again, make this component grounded. Again, what we have to do is we have to create a slider mechanism joint between the piston and this profile. So for that, click the center of the circle, piston, and again the center of the profile we have just drawn. Now this time the motion type would be slider. Click on the slider and the axis would be z-axis, that's the vertical one, and press OK. Now again hide this component, we don't need it right now. Now if I just try to move the piston, you can see the piston, and now the particular joint is defined and the piston moves according to this only. So this is how a piston assembly works in Fusion 360. Now the only thing left is to assemble the piston pin. For that, revert back to the initial position. Now we have to make a joint between this and this. For that, click on join command, zoom in it a little bit, press the circle. We need the circle. Why I'm not getting the circle? I think it's not perfectly circle. So I think this you guys can do that. What we have to do is you have to make a rigid joint between this piston pin and the hole we have created initially in the piston. So just hide it for now, and you can just give it some beautiful appearance so that it may look like this. So hope you guys will enjoy the video. Please comment any queries and suggestions for my upcoming videos. Don't forget to share and subscribe my channel, and hope you guys will enjoy the video.